I am live. Live and back on getting on 2042. Can't even say the actual game's name. Can I say a lot of things happen for Battlefield at the moment? Not really. But there are new leaks, you know, about a barrel being able to heat up when you shoot the gun. What do I think about that? For I guess the realism, yes, it looks nice, right? But I just think, again, we're not really focusing on the right thing. Because, yes, we can have a barrel that heats up. But then when the gunplay is trash, we're not going to focus on that barrel heating up. What was the last detail we focused on in Battlefield? I know I'm over here coming off very, high right now, but it's not even, what? But anyways, the barrel looked like, I don't know why I said that like that, but they said the barrel heats up every 3 mags that you go through, every 3 rounds. So, I don't know if that will mean anything. I don't want them to do anything that pertains to that barrel heating up, like the gun shooting worse every time you have shooting that weapon, and the longer you shoot it, the worse it gets or something. I mean, yes, it could be different for Battlefield, but I don't think that's like for some Milsim type game. Like, seriously, Battlefield isn't a Milsim again. So I just think, for the main sense, is that we actually should just, worry about what we should worry about is, the main thing we should worry about is if the game is going to be finished or close to finish on release. Because respect to Ace, right? I can't really bring up much, content creators anyway. But still, bringing up him, he made a video talking about every single Battlefield did not have a perfect release because they are working on multiple games, right? And we all noticed they work on multiple games. Like, multiple games, and then get rid of one game just to make another game, just to rush it out to make that game bad and the other game not made, right? Happened with 2042. So 2042 had that same type of release. Mr. was talking about Battlefield 5, and honestly, I did not realize it about Battlefield 5. But 2042, it was way more like watchable because everybody literally played, the damn game on release. And we know how that game went on release. So the thing is that even though, like, we all want we honestly want just like a clear trailer on what's happening for the game, right? But I think they're doing the smart thing of actually waiting until release of March of, you know, next year's March, right? And it could be a better thing to actually wait a little bit after March. Because if they saying, if there's a lot of things that they can't do and they're making it like able that you can't even get a server browser when they clearly had it in 2042. Yeah, something's fishy for the most part. But the you know, the thing is that the game, the Labs was not bad. It wasn't a bad game. It's just people like the lead developer, or I forgot his name right now off the top of my head. He left. And y'all know the guy I'm talking about. I can't really think of him right now because I have a lot of things to say, right? But when we was already talking about Battlefield 6 and like one of those updates in 2042, like a few months ago or a year ago, right? Dude left. Dude left the whole company just to like, and then he came back because I guess it was actually some people in there that was like, oh yeah, this game is actually the biggest franchise that we need to get going. FPS is dying all around, and our game is on the verge of dying, so we need to actually get going. And then he joined back. And then now, 6 years in development, and we're already going into that, you know, cycle of the game not being finished. What are they doing right now? Like, what are they trying to do? Like, I think the main thing is that they're actually trying to have premium on the way, like, because they must have had like since this is my explanation, right? Since they had, you know, 52 weapons, few people, and I think so as well, that the 52 weapons will not be in the game on the base front. We'll probably have the same 40 something weapons that will come, you know, in the base game, you know, as soon as the game comes out. Because we literally see it in all leaks, everything. We see that the 40 guns, the 40 weapons is already in base. Already in the base. We do not see the new weapons that everybody was talking about. Like, so it was like they have to be working on premium as well as working on the base game. So they're working on multiple things. And it's just like, bro, if y'all are working on multiple things, which is premium, stop messing with the movement. Again, I'm going back to the movement. Keep the movement how it is. Cause it's like if y'all tweak with the movement again, then y'all are going to make another like cluster F. You know, I'll say it right now, but a cluster F of just having to add something random like live service, which y'all clearly did not need for Battlefield 5 anyway. I think the little puzzles and stuff for BF1 was actually pretty decent, you know? Like puzzles and grinding for your weapons, you know? Every BF had that. And then on a movement scale, again, they nerfed it twice. BF1, BF5. But BF5 movement right now, which can never be updated in the life of history of gaming, is not bad. But the gunplay don't work. And then will I be mad if it will be laser beam like how it still is? Other people probably would. But for me, like I do decent on every single I do decent on every single gunplay style that I can do. Because I'm gonna learn it. But it does feel like a little handout, kind of like from, 2042. And then you actually can't aim your best because, mouse input don't work. So it's like, alright, put that right there. Get that out the way. If I can still be heard, then I can still be heard. But yeah, man, like, it's like, oh snap, what are you doing to make the game in 6 years' time not be developed? You know, are y'all wasting your time on making these worthless updates for 2042 like are doing right now? I mean, I guess the weapons update was nice, but the guns still feel like bad because the gunplay doesn't work for the update that y'all made the guns to be. Literally laser beam aim with spread doesn't make sense. But I will say, oh snap, got nightlight. But yeah, back to the the first topic of the barrel heating up, right? When you shoot through 3 magazines. I mean, it's cool. And it was actually in the first playtest. How that one he was using the what's that one called? The one LMG, is it the UMG, the UMGA, or some type of like that. It was something like that, but yeah, it was there. It was there, but people was just now noticing it. Meaning that nobody wasn't paying attention to that type of thing until, it's like when people pay attention to like the whole game, right? When people start paying attention to the game first. And then they want to go to the details of it just to see if it's viable for details. And then the atmosphere comes back. I haven't seen no type of atmospheric videos except from BF1. I guess is because it's the most atmospheric battlefield. But one of the worst like styles of gameplay of Battlefield overall. Because they nerfed everything. But they didn't do bad though. They really didn't do bad. The gunplay is better than BF5. But it's only better than BF5 and 2042. So 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 another thing is the maps, right? You know, in my videos I was talking about the maps, right? Oh my goodness, the new maps for the new Battlefield is already pretty good, and I already have a favorite map in that game. I forgot which map it was called, but it's the map with that big sea capture in the middle, like that big ass house, and that's what I'm talking about. Like when I mean adding base, like type, base maps and a base for the map, right? The C point in the next battlefield is the base map. Whenever you see leaks, even in the gameplay, once you capture that big C point, the big, hotel looking building, the whole team who has that C capture have every single advantage of capturing whichever point they have. First, they have a big ass building that they can spawn trap anybody who's coming towards C cap. And like, this is what I don't get. We went, like, I know I'm not gonna say we went from 2042 to that. Like, no, that map is far better than every single 2042 map, including Exposure. Exposure was, I think the best map in the game. Redacted second because you get cluster grenade every single second, But we went from no 2042 was nice. It was decent. About being bad, I don't even know why I said 2042. I meant the next Battlefield is decent in its maps. But it's like they're going back to 64 players and they made the maps like 64. But it's like, what are they going to do for the BR? Like, this is a thing, right? Like, I know I'm going all over the place because the whole thing is all over the place. Like, first we're getting the BR, then we're not getting the release of the leak, not the release of whatever, a trailer or whatever. Like, June Boom, whatever. Then that didn't come, and then everything is going on about Battlefield. You know, it was like you have to go all over the place to try to connect some type of dot. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. It's like, man, like it's a time to be like happy for Battlefield, but it's also one of those times that actually be a little nervous, bro. Cause it's like they're doing too many things new. Doing way too many things new. First off, they have to make a BR that's like separate to Battlefield. We should already know how that's gonna happen. They're making too many things. Like yes, the BR should succeed, but in a little time frame, like no. Because the core player base that's going to be having like at 10,000 concurrent players is not going to be on the BR. They're just not. We're not. We don't have time to play like a game to load in, die, and then load in again. You know, but it doesn't mean that it won't be good, right? Doesn't mean that it can't be good and it won't be good. All right, hit the game. Hit the game.
Ready. Off geht's.
I gotta get back on this game. This is a fun game. Like maybe I was like, oh, very good, bad. Shouldn't even be able to. Hey, now we got this map. Oh my goodness. Are you already complaining? No, 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 no. I'm calm. Calm. I'm calm. Seriously. But yeah, never make a map like this though. And this is, and I'm going to explain this map, right? I'm just going to explain the map and see like it's only two ways you can play this map. It's not like multiple ways you can play a map like this. Especially when you only have 64 players, right? So I know you shouldn't like, tell your map studies or whatever for, the next battlefield and stuff like that. I meant not for the next battlefield, for this battlefield, but this battlefield, like, shouldn't even care about it. So look at this. My team has a surround point on them. We about to take C. So that means we're able to get C1. This is this is the easiest thing. But first, E1 is struggling to go towards C1 and they're getting B1 right now. So that means A1 is still going to get captured because my teammates, my squad is actually going over here. But they have a little bit of help, so they have back end. E1 is getting captured. So yes, not being right, but it's kind of able that C1 was going to get captured at least. A1 still getting captured, like I just said, because they're struggling to get something that's too far away from the damn point. And C1 will be considered the base of, meaning they have every single point that they can go towards. This is what I'm talking about. When you go for D1, they have automatically this dumbass spot because the map is so bad. And now they can capture D1, then E1, and then now they're going to B1. Like, this map is so terrible for a 64 player base. That's why you should not make a map like this for the next battlefield. Teammates are back capturing because they're actually killing people. Everybody spawned to a good point. And now it's back to how it was. A1, C1 captured by the enemies. B1, E1, and D1 is captured. You cannot capture anything on this map because everything is too far away. Like, it might not look far away from how it is like on a map, but it's pretty far away. It's pretty far away. If I spawn on this dude, it'll still take me 30 years to get to A1. And then they have, you know, the upper ground. They have high ground on this little spot, that little spot, that little spot, that little spot. They just have every single high ground that imaginable. And then on this side has no sniper effect, so they can only go in this building. Of course, that's why everybody is in here for some exact reason. They have a sniper right here, or it could be people over here. And then my teammates are solo capping because nobody's paying attention to my squad members. I know I'm not spotting in, but you know, my bad squad. My bad squad. So we got this dude right here. He's not paying attention. He want to get D1. It's about 5 enemies that we don't know about that's coming to D1. It was already 3. So we got 1 right here, 2 right here, 3 right here. No, that's the same guy. There's another guy coming. So they have at least 4 or 5 dudes on the point. My teammates is all the way back here. These 3 dudes got right side. Like it's just like what's going on? But we're still winning. But it's just why is the map designed like that? Like I'm not the best map expert on Battlefield. I'm not the best. But I'm just saying like from like a perspective of looking at a map like this, it's not good. And then playing in game is even worse because you know what's going on, but you can't do nothing because the game does not work. That's the whole problem. The game doesn't work. They have E1 now, so they have a 3-way. They have a 3-way mid, so they're just gonna hawk down D1.
Half the resources have been expended.
We're being pushed back on all fronts. Hostiles control more sectors.
Yep, they're hawking down D1. Good job, team. But I'm saying the thing with this map is that it's too many points to be able to actually, you know, have a form of a, you know, the map is too big to have team play for that matter. It's too wide open, it's too spreaded. So we literally have to either spawn on our teammates every time to help somebody who like could either be in an area that has, you know, multiple people like these people on high ground that you will not know about. It's too much to this map that's going on. Too much. And I can't explain it all. I really
The
can't.
battle goes well. We have conquered more sectors than our enemy.
So they have triangle. I don't want to play this map though. I just okay in this type of map and situation, I'd rather be a commander. I really rather be a commander. Oh, that's another thing about the next Battlefield, right? People will be like, "Oh, we don't want a commander on this game. We need somebody to at least detect some of these people on the radar. We need some sort of like detection because people don't spot. We need like at least a hack, like you know." But what I was saying, right, about having a commander mode or a hacker mode or whatever, like Hardline or Hardline did it way better than
Control more sectors
BF4,
than we do.
in my
We
opinion.
must counterattack.
because obviously you could do way more in the hardline. You can, hack system and cameras and stuff like that, and tear gas to mess out of somebody out of nowhere. You can do a lot of things, in hardline, right? But it's just like having a commander mode plus having a battle log plus adding everything. I don't think that would work for this battlefield. I like I want it to work so bad because it will actually bring it back. First, we don't have platoons or any competitive skill like stat chart because battle log is removed. It's not fully removed though. That's the thing. Like it's not removed. It's still up and working to its main effect. BF4 and BF Hardline, BF1 can't use it. There's something wrong with BF1s. But those two games, right? And BF3. I don't know if BF3 is working for it right now because I don't have BF3 on PC, but on Xbox, yes, so it was working. You know, it's just like, bro, like, why? Seriously, why aren't y'all using something that y'all have right now to make it slower? Y'all are making the whole game get released unfinished back to back. BF5, BF 2042 by not using the resources y'all already have. Y'all have battle log. Use it. It's still working. Use it. Just secure the thing already. Y'all doing secure boot. But secure the website. Y'all are an organization for a reason. Y'all are able to secure, battle log to make it way better. What are y'all doing? I'm not saying this in like a disrespectful way, but it's like y'all really have like a lot of resources that y'all can like literally build on, guys, and y'all are not doing anything. Don't build on this map though, because they literally did the same thing to us what we did to them in the beginning. They have A1, C1, D1 like we did in the beginning. We had B1, E1, D1. Then it did. You see how this is? And the fact that Cook Cleaner is saying nobody is going to see, you literally cannot really go see that much. Because first, we had our team is being spawn trapped, of course, by this generic little area of 3 buildings and 15,000 snipers. And then we have this area that's the same thing with a whole bunch of buildings. It's a guy right here. He's camping. He's not going to be able to move anywhere because he's in the middle of the street. This guy, he's running towards here. He's probably going to try to flank or something. Our team can't do nothing because this long ass, desert area to run towards, you can't capture it. It's just it's not a fair map. It's not. When your team isn't trying to do something. And most of the team is actually 20 kills up. Going, positive, They're going positive. Their best teammates going 50, 50 and 41. The top three, 38, the 40s to 50s, right? And their team is doing the exact same, not really the exact same, but they're doing something. But it's just, you can't make a map that's this type of spawn trap heavy. Like, yes, there's BF maps that are spawn trap heavy. Spawn trap heavy. But this, especially when the game doesn't work for certain people's, optimization, because the game isn't optimized as well, it's not going to be a fun experience. So what my teammates should do is, because they captured D1 and we have E1, go to C1. You already have the main objective to be able to capture. but then you are going too slow and B1's captured, and now we can't do anything. Because then they're going to go right back to C1 because now they know that we're capturing C1. You are going to A1 when it's way too far to capture at the moment. See, look, I'm telling you, like I might not be the smartest at the bunch, but it's pretty predictable on a bad map like this. And let's see what my teammates doing. I have one of my teammates actually going to the flag. This dude, go to the flag, dude. He's dead. You killed him. All right. Good job. But you're not doing nothing, dude. And the fact that the thing to get the from E1 side that, you know, to actually do something, you have to capture their spawn. But we lost because, you know, just like I said, they have base and they can have any point on the board and they're not doing nothing to capture C1 and we lost. I might be making it up though. I might be wrong. I literally might be wrong. Because I never been paid to be competitive on this game. So I might be wrong.
Our defeat is inevitable here.
But you know,
We can
that
endure this
it's
now.
just like what the heck, man. But yeah, like my thing about those type of base things is that like in that situation it matters because they're obviously doing the exact situation that I said before I even, you know, before it happened that it actually happened, you know. But it's just like, bro, there. Oh, thank you. There's times where you actually don't need to capture
Let's
base,
get started.
and there's times that you will know that you don't need to capture base. I'm not gonna spoil my type of things. I don't know, but I'm gonna just say, bro, why did I get this map again? Matter of fact, I'm just gonna command again. This probably isn't going to be a playing session today, unless I get, you know, Haven 5 times in a row. But you know, still,
Thanks for answering the call, notepads.
there's times when you know what to capture. But it's just this map is way too big, and people do not pay attention that much to be able to. And I don't either in game because it's like you can't do nothing in the game because you know mouse input don't work. The controller players, right? There's nothing wrong with them. Like controller is decent on the game, but it's just you have to make the game, you know. Well, if the mouse input is on, the game won't be fair because most of these people isn't you know killing a person with good mouse input who has you know decent aim or whatever. So let's see what our team is doing. So they captured E1 already. So all right, we see a little bit of people going to C1. You see them a little bit right here. But we're going to have multiple people on C1. B1, C1 getting captured. They already have 3 points. That means they're able to spawn to B1 to kill this one sniper because probably somebody already knows there's a sniper right here. Then they can go to A1. D1 is getting captured as well.
We don't stop
Everybody's
until
going to
we get
C1 for some exact reason and not capturing other points. Alright, see, this is my thing.
hostile
Y'all are going to a point that's going to be heavily fought against, and it's going to waste y'all's time to collect other points. To capture other points. And now y'all are not paying attention. D1 is getting, you know, contested like a mug. So D1 is going to get captured. C1 is getting, you know, it's getting captured. But let's see. Let's see if my team is doing good. Let's see. I'm not going to talk so hard. I wish you can actually have sound included in the, you know, background. I think they had it before and then they just removed it. Let's see. My squad member going to D1. Bro, they have C1 surrounded. Yeah. They in the buildings. C1 look like it's gonna get captured. They have every single high ground. It's getting contested. You see how it's moving? They have a lot of people in the building.
majority of sectors
Come
under
on,
our
team.
control.
I got it. Go to B1 next. Don't even think about going E1 because they have a whole line to defend you on. B1 is the most viable option, the most reasonable. Don't worry about A1 because if y'all spawn back to the spawn to try to get A1, y'all are going to waste your time and C1 is going to get captured. Take their point for your point. That's the thing. That's the thing with this dumbass map. So my teammate is on it, on the thing, and is getting slowly captured, but it's getting contested. That means there's at least one or two people that's, you know, on this point. But let's see what they do. My teammate is actually doing nice. Come on, squad. But in game, it's like, where's your revives at? Huh? Where's the revives? But never mind. Now y'all can get E1. They're too focused on C1. And then y'all have surround point on them to get C1 back again. But they're not going to do that. And you spawn to C1. When you spawn to C1, you'll spawn like somewhere over here, and then you can get E1 from a far point. But yeah, they're not going to do that.
Get me an update.
Well, one guy is trying to do it.
Holding sectors.
He's actually thinking. Uh-oh, he's getting. I'm at. Uh-oh. What are you doing? Go to the point.
They're weaker than when they started. Keep hitting them.
They're trying to get Gosh, and then he turned around when the spawn is on them. He did a good job though. He at least tried to get E1. He at least tried. But just like what I'm saying, might be wrong, but I'm not saying too much. Every single battlefield had at least one little base point that you need to capture to have at least a little bit of control for the map. You know, for a whole team to actually, you know, do something against that, there's going to be some people to do something against, you know, this type of scenario. Multiple people can actually do that themselves and capture every single point if they're that good. Anybody can do that. Well, if you put your mind to it. Yeah, my team is doing good. He just knocked them off. I don't see why nobody's going for E1 when they're clearly going for RA1. They go for A1. We have C1 and E1. We can just spawn trap them as soon as they try to spawn trap us, and then we will have these type of effects. The best scenario anyway is for them to have A1 anyway, because then we're gonna have them, surrounded. We have our points that we can spawn on anytime. But hey, our team's winning. They doing them bad. Doing them bad. Look at my squad mates. Look at him do it. He died. He killed him. He res my teammate. You gonna res him? Res him. What you doing? All right, he res. Bro, what took you so long to res my team? Our team really want to get B1 heavy.
We've whittled them down to half strength.
There's somebody on C1. Killed him. And he got B1. Y'all are wasting y'all's time. Get B1. One of these points is going to get captured or try to get captured. Because literally everybody is on B1. Nobody's, not even half of our teammates is, at a different point. But they're doing a lot of damage. We won automatically. Now we have them
Nearly every
surrounded.
sector is now secure.
And the sad thing about this game is that you can know every single point and every single way a person will do, every single thing a person will do. But in game, again, you can't do anything because the game doesn't work. You have laser beam spread, and only 4 weapons work in the game. And the ones I don't have unlocked, which is like 15, not one of them is included. So yeah, y'all should have been captured E1. Y'all just wasted your time. And now we have, D1 and A1 captured. That's what I'm saying. Y'all are wasting y'all time on one single point y'all do not need to capture. E1 was the best choice. And then y'all wasted y'all time because now they have, now they're going to be surrounded. Now they're going to have to go all the way back and like be like, oh, which point should we get? Which point? And then now they have to run all the way backwards just to get a good position to, get these dudes. But they're getting them. But I'm just saying that type of scenario happens most of the time playing this game. It just so happened that my teammates is just like doing these dudes very bad. Hmm. Get him, teammate. Who was that?
Good work. The majority
What's his
sectors
name?
are
CD
under our
Code?
control.
Teammate got another one. All right. I'm proud, right? Teammates did exactly what the enemy did last round. Paid attention. And then look what happens. They get decimated, even worse than what our team did got last time. Last match. Come on, teammates. But don't get too giggity though. Stay focused. Stay in the fight. You always have to be that one sniper. We'll see your little ass, bro. And this dude too. You see, you always have to be that one guy on the outside. 3 people. I don't know where this dude going. Is that even a person? That is a person. He went out of bounds and then ran back in bounds. My teammate shooting at him. Man, what is he doing?
Hostile forces have been severely decimated.
Bro, I thought that. All right, man. Sign me up for geography class. Woo! Cause we beat them badly. I mean, y'all don't need to capture you one. I mean, if y'all want to embarrass them, anyway. Do y'all want the embarrassment to happen? They won't do it.
All hostiles retreating.
We won.
You've earned your rep today, notepads.
We won. We won. All right, though. Like, that's just the point for Battlefield anyway. But yeah, if I get this map again, I'm gonna just have to leave and actually get some gameplay. Cause I got on the game just to play the game. You can't command all the time. Not even a commander mode. All right, now we got a map that's able to be played. This is actually my first game on, and my wrist still hurts a little bit. Getting like arthritis, level, you know, bone cracking, bone misshapen type, movement in your wrist. Yeah, it's not good, man. Stretch before you aim. Stretch before you aim. And then stretch before you aim. stretch before you aim. All right.
On the ground in the Scottish Hebrides.
All right.
Archangels warned us to Eastern spies operating out of the region. An old bunker there was repurposed by the Boreas Biotech Initiative. We believe the Russians are trying to harvest new tech from the lab on site. This area is 20 tiers of classified. Get in, expel the enemy, and report back. Then we'll recover what's inside. It's all on you, Nopads. They have Sector Delta. Allied troops targeting Bravo 1.
We don't stop them, they'll take every sector.
Sector Bravo is ours. Contact! We've engaged the enemy. Take the sectors. Don't get bogged down. Friendly forces are securing Delta 1. Return to the engagement immediately. Battle outcome looks promising. We control the majority of sectors. I secured Sector Delta. You're outside the combat area. Head back.
All right. So, but the main part was the main thing about my thing for this game is that the maps was very terrible,
Stay alert.
right? So it's like they already made better maps
We've
for the
secured
next
Sector
Battlefield.
Charlie.
They already did that.
We have complete control. Let's defend those sectors.
But it's just like there's so many main focuses that we want, and DICE is doing so much at the time that it's like my mouse just messed up on me. Game. But it's so much stuff that DICE is doing at the moment that it's either focus on two main things that we want in Battlefield, or just do something about the BR later and just like, worry about that later. Like the BR is way too big to be focused on right now, especially when the main game is already, in its state that it need to be.
Taking control point by point.
What the fuck? How are you doing?
Charlie Baker has fallen.
Like, you're not dead, dude? That's what I be saying. Like, how didn't he die? You're able to full auto, right? In a straight line, but then the spread doesn't work. Like, because it's not meant for that.
Digging into the reinforcements now.
Reloading! Watch it!
Allies engaging at Charlie 1.
Damn, that would have. What the fuck? Oh, I thought that was my. I thought that was my teammate. The visibility. My bad.
Enemy soldier!
The fact he can kill me like that is crazy. It's crazy. Not good. It's not healthy. I can't move. I'm stuck.
Allies are securing objective Charlie 1.
Bro, what are you doing, dude? Like, first you scared the shit out of me. I thought you was an enemy as well. And then he doesn't turn around with my team when he's getting shot at. Man, come on. This is what I be saying. And then I'm spawned in the spot that's like,
You're alive, but not safe!
uh-oh. Somebody's head pretty numb right there from the bullets. Appreciate it.
Reloading!
This game is ass. Then they, alright, buddy. The fact that we did the same like animation, like we jumped through the a window, and He's not killing me in that situation ever again. Oops. Oops. Oh no! No! Bro, I'm hyperstimulated now for some reason. It's a dude chasing me right now.
We are attacking Charlie 1.
Tango down!
Look at Dozer. Why are you still shooting at me? I didn't do anything to you. And he's still looking over. Like, not in a disrespectful way, but like,
We get full control and
what
check
is
the
that?
drop.
Reloading! Watch
We're
it!
taking more sectors than they have. Make sure we don't lose our advantage.
Enemy down!
Enemy has secured Sector Bravo.
We need you! Hold on! Threat neutralized!
Delta 1 is now our target.
So look, he killed me close quarters with a DM7 on Xbox, right? Which is a semi-auto. I have a full auto AK-5C. I had to aim on him, and then it messes up my aim. And
Sector Alpha has been lost to hostiles.
I love this game though.
We control fewer sectors than them. This is not
I like it.
acceptable.
On my mark!
We're losing resources fast. Projected enemy strength now at 50%. Just secured Sector Bravo.
Bravo 1 is under attack.
Taking the wounded!
Got to start securing sectors. Enemy has majority control.
Hostiles just took Sector Bravo.
I just lie there too. What is my teammates? Oh.
Hostile located!
We now hold Sector Alpha.
Game is trash. Like, how did he see me when I can't see him when I'm looking that way? Game is trash, bro. I didn't even look at his build. I feel like he was using a 4x scope with the advances. What I be saying, bro? What was that? On my screen, it looked very different. Like, I might see the stream and be like, "Oh, this game really drained my energy though. This game is terrible." But he phased into the other dude. I don't believe it. I'm not believing that, bro. Not believing it. I don't even want to spawn in this stupid ass game. And most of our team is dying. Then he gets the same single kill again because the game doesn't work. The game be helping people. Literally be helping people. So look, first off, we had every point in the beginning of the game, and now our team is getting demolished. I don't even want to hear it.
Maria Falk reporting for duty.
I want to hear it. Why? They made the map under 28 players, but nobody plays. Nobody plays the game well. I mean, mm, 12 in the lobby with Stoner Steve, Storner Steve, and Crisp Disco. My name is Broke Civilian. True. This game sucks so bad. But yeah, after this, I'm gonna see like what maps like in live time that I'm actually playing, Hardline a little more, right? way more than I used to. In like, a sense of actually doing, my best in the game off of PC, right? Uh, I thought I got even. But yeah, I'm gonna do the type of maps I want in my game in live time. I meant not in my game, in the next Battlefield in live time. So this is the thing with these type of maps. These maps was never in Battlefield. It was 9 maps,
All soldiers
nine
report to the front line.
9 maps, right?
Be prepared to infiltrate and
That
destroy
was
the American defense.
that got into this Battlefield. That was new, and only 2 of those maps was good, in my opinion. But exposure. People don't even play we don't even get exposure. That not exposure. What's that one map called? Spearhead. Spearhead. Yeah. Don't even get exposure that Spearhead that much. And redacted. Yeah. Talking about the maps, we just need better maps. That's all. We have 64 players. Never again these type of maps.
US forces control
Never
Alpha
again.
sector.
American forces engaged. Friendly staging attack on Bravo 1.
Today we crush the enemy. Proceed.
They control all sectors and regions. We must counterattack.
I didn't get up. I did not mean to do that. See, this game is ass, bro. I would have gotten up in BF4 or, any other BF game and got to that, that same point where I was supposed to be at in a matter of seconds, bro. And then my game is like so damn clunky with fluid movement for some reason. And then the mouse don't work.
We control most sectors of the attack.
Okay, bro.
Almost all sectors are
He is
under our control.
This game sucks. This game is trash. That was my fault though for pressing 3 on accident. But bro. Oh, that is just. It's like why? Why does a game feel like this? I'm fucking him up. And then he's able to shoot me through the. He's on Xbox or PlayStation. He's on one console.
Our troops have lost objective Bravo 1.
Because there's no way he's able to shoot me that perfectly through the grass like that. He missed 2 shots.
American control.
Oh, that was AI. That's what that was.
nearly all sectors.
Thanks, AI. I'm not gonna say anything. That was my fault. That's my fault.
Sector by sector.
I tried to, you know, grab on the thing, but I didn't. That was my fault. That was so embarrassing, bro. And that was even more embarrassing because the mouse do not work. It doesn't work. He should have been dead. It does not work.
They now control Charlie sector.
Only one.
You see this dude with the shield? He was going to kill me too. I wouldn't have been able to get out that unless I jumped down. He probably would have got me if I would have jumped down anyway. Because that shield has aim assist or something. I would have died right there, like no matter what. What are you doing here? Where did he come from? Ooh, good job.
Reduced to half.
Yeah, I appreciate it. So was that a claymore?
We'll capture you.
It almost happened again. Get it! Get on it! Oh my gosh, I'm pressing the button like mother, bro. This game doesn't work. It doesn't work. Calm down. Usa. Usa.
Charlie sector under control. All sectors under our control. Defend them from any incursions.
See, I was looking there, and I didn't see him for some reason. I don't know if he wasn't marked, but I didn't see him. I thought he was marked. My ears messing with me. I thought I just heard somebody jump down.
Charlie 1 under attack by hostiles.
The enemy is severely weakened. All US forces
I'm pressing the button. They didn't even let me have the chance to cancel it. They want me in Haven so bad. Like this. This is unreal. Unreal. Not cool, man. This is not cool. Not cool, bro.
Thanks for answering the call, Notepats. We have a high priority mission for you in Chile. The U.S. has been assisting local militias in keeping clean water flowing throughout the Atacama Desert, but the TPC caught wind of it. This water source is irreplaceable.
Look, I clicked right here, right? It's going to spawn me over here. I'm dead ass serious. I'd be surprised if it spawned me right here. Look, see? This game doesn't work. And then these dudes are able to spawn over here, which is AI.
Sector Echo is under hostile control.
Throwing grenade!
Delta 1 is now our target.
You just can't make it up, bro. Why is my team sitting back? And now we're gonna get this.
Secured Sector Delta.
Alright, buddy.
Secured more sectors than the hostiles.
I thought he was a robo dog by that quick frame he just killed me in. I was about to say, what the hell is that next to me? He actually looked like a robo dog, especially if I don't have a damn like accessory that I need to see for. Yeah, whatever.
Enemy, I'm reloading!
The hostiles have taken sector zone.
Our troops are engaging at Charlie 1.
Good cover fire, man. Good cover fire. Look at my squad in there. Yeah! Do your thing.
Squad meters from my position!
Oh shit. He scared me. We have them surrounded, so there's only a few points they can get. Oh, that was AI. Oops. He's chasing me. somehow knew he was gonna do that. I knew, but I didn't know. I didn't know. I don't know. That is weird to explain.
The hostiles are taking casualties. Their resources are down by 25%. Give me a sit rep.
We push the Russians out, but they will counterattack.
Good job.
Located. 40 meters away from my position.
Hostiles attacking one of our objectives.
Oh, there's a guy high right there too. And he get all right, bro. You see the bullshit like in due time. You see it in due time. I can't even laugh at that because both of them should have died. He got some stupid ass head glitch.
We were just forced off Bravo 1.
Why did I do that? I wanted that revive. I wanted the stat on my board. I don't know. Alright.
Our enemy just took Sector Bravo. Our strategy isn't working. They now control more sectors than us.
Around 40 meters from my position. Hostile infantry. Reloading.
Who was that got in my way? Stop doing that bullshit. But that was an AI. And like, work game, please work. Please work. Like, there's no reason that I have to do that. That's not working. That's almost getting me killed. Yeah.
One moment. Reloading. Toss a grenade. I get you moving. Hold on. Fifty meters away from my position. Target.
Why? Like, why are you the only person that's like doing that? Like this big ass map, and I'm just getting. I thought that was an enemy. That's what I be saying. It really only be like 4 people working on a separate team. And I die by bullshit every single time. Forgot who said it before me, but it's like you can't have 2 good games Oh yeah. E-Dog, man.
Enemy is
Look
focusing
at
on
that
Delta
shit.
1.
Yeah, when there's AI, there's a person over here somewhere. Look, I hear him too.
Just lost sector Alpha to
Moving
the
like a
enemy.
real player. Alright, like. Oh my gosh, man, why is there so many AI, man?
Here, ammunition.
Look. What?
Infantry troop.
Alright, bro. Are you kidding me right now? So the whole AI is on D1, bro. Just capture D1.
Take bad objective.
They now control sector Delta.
Because magically I'm seeing all AI.
By any
on-
measure, we're at half strength.
Dude, teammate. There's two people up there and nobody seen him like when they was shooting. Like, doing. And the visibility is bad on this game. You can't see anything.
Sector Alpha will be secured.
That was my. I just did that on purpose. I'm not even gonna be mad at that. Why are you calling on the bus? Get off the
They
bus.
took sector Charlie. They control more sectors than us. Move to counterattack. Hostiles are trying to seize one of our objectives.
Now, 40 meters away from my position.
Leave me alone. Look at. There's no way he almost killed me. Get up there, help me.
On Charlie 1 begun by our forces.
What's up? You're not doing that to me, bro. I'll do the same thing to you. Oh, he actually was. Oh, I thought he was actually going to rotate. Okay. Oh, that was my fault, and we lost. Bro, why are you climbing on the thing, bro? Jump to the left.
Infantry, 90 meters from my position.
Can't really revive you on the sniper line of fire. Line of fire. Got you though.
Starting treatment. Grenade out.
Beginning attack on Alpha 1. They have sector down.
Hostiles down.
fallen.
Kill the guy that's in our spawn, please. Thank you. There's no reason. There's no way. Oh my god.
Moving.
Sector Alpha is ours.
It's like always with that dude, my mouse don't work.
We're real short on
Like it
resources.
helps,
Wrap it up.
it favors some people or something. Or maybe I'm nervous. Oh! I might be nervous seeing the, whatever that guy's name is, Angel. There's no way he sat in the middle of the road and almost killed me. Right? Don't know.
Grenade is out. We take down objective.
We're with you, squad leader. Allied troops targeting Bravo 1.
Grenade out.
We've lost this battle. The
That's
Russians
booty
outplayed us
cheeks, bro.
here.
I'm trying my best, but I'm trying to do something with my team. We lost. All right, one last game. But what? I'm gonna do one last game. But all I'm gonna say is, what is another thing that can make this game like feel like it's going to be, you know, bad or not even in its state that it should be, right? So first we have a BR that, you know, DICE had to work on. We had to work on because we had to tell them. We have premium that, you know, is getting into the game. Then we have people complaining about movement when the movement, you know, they have to keep the movement how it is again, because like I said, right, the movement is already too diverse. They already have leaning in the game. They can't take it out. They already have, you know, sliding while shooting. They cannot take it out. They already have shooting while diving. They cannot take it out. So it's already too diverse. And the game's already like on the verge of being
We're
released.
looking to turn
So
the
if they
tides of
like
Eastern defense
focus on
today.
that type of
Your
aspect of the
reinforcements
movement,
are our secret weapon.
then we're not going to get any
Drop in
content.
on our target and be
And I think
prepared for
right now,
anything.
like I said, they're working on premium right now. They're working on premium and the BR. They're working on the movement too, but they're mostly working on the bugs. I mean, the game, the base game, but they're just working on the bugs right now. Seriously, like, why all of a sudden we're getting, you know, news for 52 weapons? All right, but yeah, why all of a sudden we're getting news for 50? That was a nasty death. For 52 weapons, and we only see the 40 weapons that's in the game for, you know, the alpha, the two playtests. the two major playtests, and the majority of people who's avidly saying that there's only 40 weapons in the game, 40 something weapons, right? Counted by hand, counted by fingers, only 40 something weapons in the game. So that's just a notice that they're obviously working on something bigger at the moment and can't really work on the base game as well as they're working on, the content added for the game. Like, that's all right, but that's just, yeah. So he's actively looking for me. Okay, but yeah, that's just the main thing. It's a theory. It's a theory. I'm not gonna say what I'm saying is a fact, but it's just the most reasonable thing on why everything could be going into a slow pace. Like, I don't work at DICE. I don't know anything that's going on. I'm just going off, of what I'm seeing and what everybody is seeing. So I might not be the most major person to listen to, but that's the thing that sounds reasonable. Like, they're working on way too much stuff, and then the base game is getting the other end of the stick, just like how other things are going on, just like how BF5 did. They're not doing good with the gameplay in BF5, and then the BR ruined it because they didn't have enough time, right? But yeah, I might not even play this game out because we already lost. They already have every major point. Probably not even gonna play. Just speak to y'all.
Hostile down.
Yeah. To y'all. The thing we need to focus on. All right, so we know everything. I'm gonna just go from the ground up. We already know from the first time we had premium, like, added into the next battlefield. They're customizing their dog tags and stuff like that. So that doesn't really matter right now. But it is a cool, addition to the game because it feels like we in the battlefield. We in the little customization effect, or getting to know who you really are by your dog tag, or who you want to be known as, or what your style of tags look like. Whatever how you feel about it. We don't need to worry about cosmetic stuff, like whatever the player cards. We don't need to worry about that. But yes, they should look better than these. They look nice. They don't look bad. These really do not look bad. But I think since we're going to the to the older, the modern style, the player cards are going to be nice. But right now we do not need to worry about these or any tags. We don't need to worry about that. So that's from that square one. And then we know for the premium we're having like 10 added guns. Jump from 44 weapons to 52. And now to see that, to see like the 52 weapons is coming into Battlefield, and everybody's saying the weapons cannot get into Battlefield right now in the base game. They're not going to be in the base game. Then that means that we know they're working on premium right now. They're working on maps, and weapons to get put out, in 6 months time after 6 months time, just like how the previous premiums been. Every premium got released, in 6 months time. BF4, it was released. Everything was released within a year, but that can't be the fact for today's time, because everything is wanting to be faster, and people don't have no patience because the FPS is dying right now, right? And then we have the movement, right? The movement is getting diverse, and people want to nerf the diversity, but then they don't know if they listen, if DICE listens and tries to nerf while trying to focus on everything else, then the whole game is going to crumble, because then they have to tweak mechanics that take longer time. Maps, they can just, you know, put in assets and whatnot, but with mechanics, you have to take your time in animations, bro. Animations is,
If we don't conquer more sectors than them, we'll be defeated here.
and the reason why I say animations is way crazier than map design is because Battlefield literally have a like decades worth of designs for their maps. They can literally, of course, copy what's going on in the past Battlefield. Like they literally have what they need to make this game succeed. And then we have, you know, the people who want it as atmospheric way, like atmospheric to iced. This game 2042 wasn't good looking. It's good looking, like the graphics is good looking, but it's too colorful. Like what I'm saying is, for colorfulness, right? You can change your monitor to make, you know, the colors more vibrant, right? But for 2042, there's only a few maps that has, you know, the gritty style look. Orbital and Spearhead. But Orbital is a trash map. And Spearhead doesn't get into the loot pool. Into the map pool. So it's like, okay. Oh, Kaleidoscope too. Kaleidoscope has, you know, the gritty looking, you know, atmosphere. It's like with the rainy maps, they always take their time with the rainy maps. That's why I like those. We like you, Cemetery. Come back for the next Battlefield. And Grand Bazaar, Chinatown. I didn't know it was called Grand Bazaar though. But yeah, look at this, bro. I knew something like this was gonna happen. But all I'm gonna say is, oh yeah, the last thing, BR. They're working on a BR as well. So first off, they're working on multiple big maps, multiple new maps for the game, right? We already see 2 new maps for the next Battlefield. And then they're working on a BR. And then they have to incorporate different vehicles and gameplay, right? It looks like from, you know, the leaks of the screenshots, they have some type of maps that's going to be imported from past Battlefields. That's the only reasonable thing to make the BR do, you know, come out in its correct form instead of being worked on in comparison to the base game, because then that would make everything more slowed down. That's why I'm saying, I keep advocating that this game is not going to be released this year. It's probably going to be released next year in March, and I wouldn't be surprised if the release is, you know, next, you know, November again. You know, the same release date, like how 2042 was. It's like DICE is doing a good job, but then when they're taking their time, it's like the algorithm wants them to show them the people who do not want the game to be in the game that it should be. The game should be more diverse than Call of Duty and more, you know, tactical. It shouldn't be Milsim. Milsim isn't tactical. It's real life, bro. You can't be tactical in a Milsim, especially if you don't have a person who's commanding above you. Bro, that's just like going for your intuition. This game, Battlefield, has what it takes to be what it's supposed to be. It doesn't have commander mode to at least have some type of help on spotting people on a map when people don't know how to press Q on their keyboard. Like, they're removing things that shouldn't be removed. And that's all I'm gonna say. They shouldn't be removed. Like, what's the point of going back to the roots when you are taking the roots out of it? But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say for this stream. I'm gonna end this up right here on that note. I'm gonna probably keep saying it until like get it through their skulls. Like majority of the player base isn't listening to that. Like people who say get rid of the movement, get rid of that,
Let's get
and then when that actually comes, bro, like Battlefield at one point had at least 15 to 20,000 concurring players throughout Battlefield. It's a war between BF1 and BF5. That's what I think, because 6,000 concurrent players on each side, and not one game has majority of the people playing on it to make it 12,000. And you're telling me like nothing's wrong? We're focusing on the wrong things. We need to focus on the gameplay. That's the whole thing we need to focus on. The gameplay. So look, who cares about the barrel heating up after 3 magazines? Who cares about that? Like we didn't. Like I noticed. Like soon as I, oops, I'm not gonna say nothing, but I noticed it. First play test, first leaks on the first play test. I seen it, but now we're actually noticing it. That means that it doesn't matter. The gameplay matters. That's all I'm gonna say. So I'm gonna end this stream here, and come on, Dice. Y'all are doing a good job. Just take y'all's time. Focus on the base game right now, and don't focus on things that should not be focused on, like removing stuff that doesn't need to be removed when everybody is seeing and saying that the Battlefield, leaked are looking very good right now. So yeah, I'm gonna end it off right there. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. I'm out.